I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna try this out and see how this works out. Everybody does Q&A. I've done Q&A for years, and I just kind of quit doing it because I just kind of felt like I was answering the same questions over and over again. I'm gonna do a thing here about comments and Q&A, comments and questions. Here's a email I just got. I'm gonna read a little bit to you. I get these suggestions all the time, and I do appreciate them. I do read them, and this is just to let you know. This is from Nancy B. I won't say her last name. It says, may not be worth investigating, but one of the other channels unrelated to the Villages, Florida, more about information on streaming and using the Fire Stick as, like you, the join button on YouTube for those subscribers who want to support the channel. When I pressed the join button for this other channel, I found the lowest cost was 99 cents. Yes, that's the lowest you can go with YouTube. And the next highest, which was called the loyalty membership, was $4.99. No other higher membership fees were offered. Perhaps the cost options of membership is tied to the number of subscribers to the channel. No, it is not. The higher the number of subscribers, YouTube offers access to join at a lower fee for members. No, that's not true at all. The channel bringing in more views on no, that has nothing to do with it. I set up the join buttons. I put on the little funny looking little things, like mine's beer. It shows the different beer. If you're there for a month, you get this little thing next to your name. If you're there for 2 months, you get a different one. If you're there for 3 months, I put all them on there. The only thing YouTube does is they provide the format of different levels. 99 cents is as cheapest I can go. They don't allow me to go no cheaper than that. So I basically have two actually level, and I only put the second one on there at a whim. Somebody said something about it, and so I stuck it on there. And it's really went nowhere. I don't even know why I put it on there. I'm thinking about taking it off because somebody just recommended I put it on there. So 99 cents a month is all I really need. If I get 500 YouTube people to join at 99 cents, and I don't know who can't afford 99 cents. Now keep in mind, I only get 70% of that. YouTube keeps 30%. 500 people is 500 bucks. 30 or 70% would be $350. Now $350 goes a long way to buy gifts that I give away on a WNL show. And that's all that money's rolled over into the program somehow, some way. This December, all that YouTube money that I got went to the Wish Foundation as a donation. And then along with that, I made up to 30% for everything. So the super chats, the super stickers, the YouTube membership money, YouTube gets 30% of all that. So I picked up that 30% and paid that. So that's why a lot of them went to PayPal. PayPal only charges me, I think, 3% maybe, or 3.5%, something like that, to do the transaction. Heck of it's a lot cheaper than 30%. And so that's why they done it that way. And these were the people that did basically larger donations, and that way we could keep almost all of it. So I made up that 3.5% also to get the figures that we got that you haven't seen yet unless you're a member. Members have seen this, the Wish Foundation video, and my Patreon members have seen it, but YouTube has not seen it yet. So I make them figures up. It has nothing to do with subscribers or how many or this or that. Now, what YouTube does do, and probably they did on this, I don't keep an eye on all that because I've got way more subscribers than I need to do almost anything I want to do. They generally don't open up certain things till you have a certain amount of subscribers, and I think that's what you're getting confused with. In other words, you can't monetize your videos till you have at least 1,000 subscribers and like 4,500 viewing hours. You got to have both of them. I'm well over that, so I don't worry about that. But they do restrict that. Now, when it comes to having the join button, there might be a restriction on that, saying that you have to have at least, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers and 1 million viewing hours or something like that. I'm well over that, so that doesn't apply to me. But as far as setting the channel up or setting the membership up and the price of each level and all this and that, that's me. That's all me. I do all that. 99 cents is the only limitation, as far as I know, there. If I could have made it 50 cents, I probably would have done that. I don't know why. It just seemed like the lower you go, the more members you get, and the better off you are. So, but 99 cents was the limit. I can't now. Is there a limit as far as how high I can go? I don't know. Can I go $100 a month? I don't know. I'm not going to, because hell, there ain't nobody going to pay $100 a month to see this ugly face. So, but that's that. There is no other YouTube don't have anything to do with anything about the price on what I want to charge per month, other than the 99 cent limit. Okay, these are just regular comments. Floor Lamp on one of my news videos says, "Hi Skip, getting caught up on watching your videos. Keep up the news in 2022." Well, as long as you guys keep watching, I will. Remember, I'm watching the view count. Car Jones, spent all day with you filming and used less than 30 seconds. He's making a comment on the Newsy News came to the house and interviewed me, and they sent me a link to their news channel showing what they used and how they used it. They were here not all day, but they was here quite a while, 4 or 5 hours, and we did all kinds of stuff that they wanted me to help them with. I took them a golf cart ride down to the square. They took video down there. I took them down to where the new construction was at, and they were going to go down there like the next day and try to talk to somebody down there about the new homes. I knew they weren't going to use a lot. I mean, whenever you start editing, and that's the part about these videos that I just don't like. I can do it. I just don't like it because it's so time consuming. Editing. I don't necessarily do everything the easy way. I mean, as you as a viewer watching, you might see it a certain way, and maybe you wouldn't notice certain things or this or that. But yeah, I got equipment here to do things the way I want to do it, not necessarily the way everybody else does it. It's the way I want to do it. Carol Apostle says buffet food can be a hit or miss. We ate at Augustine's about a month ago. Enjoyed most of the food. Well, I'm with you on that, Carol. I not a big buffet guy at all. At all. Over my lifetime, I've just seen where people just don't keep an eye on their kids. They just I don't know. It's just let the kids just do what they want to do. The kid wants more chicken, so he said, "Well, go up there and get it." So the kid goes up there with a dirty plate, which they're not supposed to do, to get some more chicken. And I've seen kids stick their finger in the Jello and taste it to see if that's the right Jello they wanted. I saw kids sitting at a table, and I showed them. I said, "Watch that kid, watch." And she's watching. He's licking the ketchup bottle on the table. The waitress came over, and I told her about it. I said, "That kid was licking that bottle. I just want you to know." When these people left, I said, "He's licking that bottle." She said, "Yeah, they do it all the time." And she put the lid back on it and left. Like, no, that stuff. That's why I'm not a big buffet guy. I just don't want to go at all. I can if I have to, but I generally don't go to buffets at all. Laura Lamb says, condolences to Sue on the loss of her brother and losing your family, especially this time of year. Yeah, it was kind of tough on the family. That's why we took the motorhome up there because I knew it was going to be during the Christmas rush of people coming down to Florida. I wouldn't even have left if it wasn't for that, but I did. And I'm glad I did because that motorhome came in handy 2 or 3 times. Traffic was so bad. And that's the great thing about traveling the way I travel in that. I get tired of it. I can whoop into a rest area. I can whoop into a scenic overlook. I can look into a Walmart parking lot. I can just go wherever I want to go. And I can lay down, take a 2-hour nap, and watch some TV, have a lunch, and I don't have to fight that traffic like that. And so if you see in the videos, I got around Chattanooga and the traffic was horrendous. From Knoxville, Tennessee to Chattanooga, the traffic was horrendous. And I pulled into an overlook. Me and about 100 other people were in there, I think. And I made lunch, watched some TV, and took a nap. I didn't get up till later that night to come home. American Patriot 2022 said, you do a 3-minute cardio drumming demonstration without music for the viewer skip. We did. That's on that porch setting video. Matter of fact, one of my moderators, Jerry Bell, he put a link to that in there. Just click on that and it'll take you right to the video that Sue done, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago up there. I'll see if I can get her to do another one for you. I don't know when they're going to go up there. I don't know when the next one is, but yeah, I'll see if I can get her to do another one. Problem is she does all her videos on the cell phone. Some cell phones are better than others, but most cell phones, the audio quality isn't the best. The video quality isn't the best. And they don't generally have, unless you buy the gimbal, you can't really walk around without all the jittering and stuff that's in there. That's why I don't like them. Yeah, I'll see if I can get her to do one. But other than that, go back to the porch setting video, go through the comments, find Jerry Bell, and you'll see the link right there. And you can click on that and just look at the video that they did a few years ago. Nancy Gonzalez says, have to watch you at night, still working, watch at night, but I really enjoy your porch setting. Yeah, Nancy, I'm sorry that you have to work. I did that once. But just as long as you watch, that's all I ask. Just watch, subscribe and watch, and you're good to go. That's one of the easiest and best things you can do to help my channel is you don't have to be a member if you don't want to. You don't have to be a Patreon member if you don't want to. Subscribing is nice, but truthfully, you don't even have to do that to help the channel out. What really helps the channel out, my channel or anybody else's, is watch the videos. It really the interaction that happens between you and my videos and YouTube, that's how the analytics get separated. How many comments, how many thumbs up, how long did you watch? Because it keeps an eye on that. It knows if you watch 2 minutes and then speed it up to slide through it and then watch the last end of it or whatever, it keeps an eye on all that. And so if you watch the video, hit the thumbs up, do a like, make a comment. I know it sounds crazy, right? But YouTube keeps an eye on all that, and that's really what helps the channel out. The subscribers, more subscribers you have, the better off you are, only because of corporate sponsorship. If you have 10 million subscribers, you're going to get a lot of offers from corporations that's willing to pay you to advertise their products. That's really all that's good for. Up to which I generally turn most of them down. I've turned so many of that stuff down because I'm just not interested in it. What I generally would do is don't want no free product. But what I'd like for you to do is to be a guest on my WNL show and come on my show. And then you can talk about it. People can ask you questions about it and you can put it out there for people that might be interested in it. Because I'm more interested in having guests like that on the show than I am to get some free gift for advertising something. That's just me. Tricia says, do people have to watch the ads for a certain length of time for a YouTuber to get paid? You know, Tricia, I really don't know. I know the ads are on there. Most of them are skippable, but not all of them. So to be honest with you, I don't know. I have a feeling from what I know about it that the more viewers that you have, or maybe the more subscribers that you have, they put different kind of ads on the larger channels. Some of the larger channels that I've watched, there's ads that go on there that you can't skip and you can't stop. You have to watch it. It forces you to watch it. Now, do they get paid more money for watching all of the ad? Well, you kind of think so, wouldn't you? But I don't really know that. I don't have the answer for that, Trish. So like I just said before, just keep watching the videos, keep interacting with the thumbs up and making comments like this and so on and so forth. And we'll get there someday. Cindy Rowland says I-75 and I-64 both closed all day due to the multi-car pileup after the snowstorm. Okay, she made that comment on the porch sitting. Says can't wait to get to Florida. Well, weather down here this time of year is nice. I will say that. The humidity is really not bad at all. And it's cool in the evenings and warm in the day, and it's great. I know about the snowstorm. I've seen it on some YouTube channel somewhere. Somebody did a live, and I like to watch the live stuff. Yeah, it's another conversation too. I really enjoy watching live, more live than I do video. I mean, I watch videos, but I really, if I have my choice and I'm watching somebody, and if that person or she's on live, I much rather watch the live. It just seems more interesting to me. It's right now. It takes me back to my childhood, probably when Arc and Lincoln Letter was live, Candid Camera was live, things like that. Because if they made a mistake, it was live. They couldn't say no. Carol Burnett was live. So maybe that's why I like live. I don't know. So I'm always kind of disappointed when I go live, like on Wednesday Night Live. Everybody knows every month it's on. Everybody knows that it's on, and it's on at night when nobody's hardly working at night, and you just get a small percentage of people that will actually come to the live show. I ain't figured that out yet. I'm still working on it, trying to figure that out because I've talked to a lot of other YouTubers that do live, and they're telling me the same thing. So they have 100,000 subscribers, and they very seldom ever get over 500 people to actually come to a live show. And I just find that strange. Wise Christian Channel. If you guys haven't been to that YouTube channel, go check it out. You might like it. I don't know. He got a hold of me the other day and wanted to know if I gave him permission so he could post some of my videos on his channel. And I said, sure. Good advertisement for me and my channel. I got no problem with it. I just want to make sure they don't edit them to look like something they're not. Editing, you can do an awful lot of silly stuff. But sure, he's okay. So go check his channel out called Wise Christian Channel. See what you think. It says, I love the news around the villages day on Friday. It's awesome. Sure hope it grows for you. Well, I do too. I hope everything grows. I keep trying different things to see what clicks and what don't. It's just getting harder and harder because everybody wants to go to the newest YouTube channel. I've been here longer than anybody. This is the longest running YouTube channel in the villages. People are probably just getting sick of watching it. That's all. Lily Graham says, I like you adding Sue in some of your videos. Well, I like the idea of it too, but it's kind of hard because this isn't a priority for her. It's a priority for me. Her and Deb going out and doing it is something that's what they do. They like doing that. And I think that's it. They don't really care about doing anything else. I'm trying, I can only try. I can't make her do anything. Linda Valdez says, my dream for the last 3 years was retiring there. But after watching you and Jerry and Linda on monthly and yearly costs of over 60,000 a year more than I make now working full time, so disappointing. I envy you all. Must have me mixed up with somebody else there, Linda, because I've never done a yearly cost video of what it costs to live here. Not me. I make mentions about certain things, about the electric bill. What does it cost? Because somebody may ask me that, like, how much does electric bill cost you? Well, that varies for whoever you are and wherever you live. Remember, we're 3 counties big. So the electric bill, say, in Lake County might be different than it is in Sumter County. I don't know that. I'm just saying it could be. I can tell you this, $60,000 a year to live here, there's no way. If it cost me $60,000 to live here, I wouldn't be living here. And I don't know what's in that figure for $60,000. I don't know how they figured that. Everybody figures things differently. If you're talking about the light bill, property taxes, home insurance, yard maintenance, your cell phone or Wi-Fi and cable and all that kind of stuff, no, not 60,000 a year, not even close. I've always said the best way to retire, it isn't necessarily how much money you got coming in every month. How much debt do you have? And that's still my advice to this day. Try to get rid of your debt, or at least most of it, or a lot of it. Get rid of it. If you've got 2 cars and you got a car payment on both of them and you're getting ready to retire, why? Get rid of one of them cars. Just get rid of it. There's half of your debt on the car payments gone, and the insurance and maintenance, all that's gone right there. If you got 5 credit cards and you owe on every one of them before you retire, you need to pay them credit cards off. You get that debt gone. That may sound simple. I know it's hard to do, but it's just, to me, it's more about debt than it is how much income you've got coming in. I say that most people here that I know anyway, either finance very little on their house for usually tax purposes, or they just pay cash for a house. And that's kind of me. I'd rather be what they call money rich and house poor than house rich and money poor. I just feel better having money in the bank. That's just me. We live very comfortable here. Can I afford a bigger house and all this? Yeah, but what's the point? I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses here. We're living very comfortable here. We do what we want to do. We travel when we want to travel. I got money to do it with. If I was house rich, see, that might not be true. So you'll have to just kind of answer a lot of those questions yourself. The thing that makes it bad now, I think, could be a deal breaker for so many people that it's really disturbing to me because of every excuse in the world, COVID being number one. The house prices here has risen so high, literally overnight. We went to California. We were looking at buying another new house and moving out of this one to another house. One we were looking at was it was in, I want to say, Chitty Chatty area. And when we left, it was one price. We came back, that same house is for sale. I think it was that same house. Sue looked it up and she showed me, and it was like $125,000 more after we got back from California. And that total trip was about 5, maybe 6 weeks long. 6 weeks, it went from one price to $125,000 higher, literally. I couldn't believe it. So we're still here. And I like it here. We're comfortable here. Wise Christian Channel says, awesome video, Skip. Great golf cart ride plus beautiful drone footage of the village of Hawkins. Oh, that was on the video, the village of Hawkins and Avery Rec Center drone shots. Yeah, I done that with Papa Pineapples. We were shooting that day. I was trying to work on a new intro and maybe an outro for the Villages channel. And I wanted some drone shots of me driving the golf cart over the new 44 bridge out of Brownwood. And he did a great job. I saw the video going over it, and I turned around and came back, and he shot it coming back. And I said, yeah, that'll be good. I'll work on making an intro or outro with that video because it looked good. I don't know where it is. I know I've got it somewhere, and I have looked for it. I don't know where it is. Is it hidden in my computer somewhere and I can't figure it out? I don't know. So I may have to get hold of Papa Pineapples and run down there and do the thing all over again. But thanks for the comment, though. Appreciate it. Bendu Genevois. So, Skip, looks like Sue is getting an implant. You described it very well. Well, out on another port setting video. Yeah, she did get implants. She had, I want to say 4, but I won't swear to that. I had several, and she's asking me about them, and I told her, I said, well, if yours turns out anything like mine was perfect. I mean, perfect. I can't tell the difference between these and my real teeth. Really. The bite's good. I eat anything. They don't feel out of place. I had a partial. I hated it. Sometimes a partial actually made my teeth hurt. I didn't like it at all. But the thing is, implants are expensive. I had like 4 or 5 put in. Geez, I can't even remember now. And some other dental work done, cleaning, and I had a cavity they had to fill, and I think I had a crown put on a tooth. Sounds like I'm falling apart, doesn't it? But anyway, I had all that done, and I think my bill for all that ended up being like around $9,000. Yeah, insurance don't pay for crap. So, yeah, it's a check, write a big check. Sue had hers done, I think she had 3 or 4 implants, and I think hers she told me her total bill by the time they got done, because there's more to it than just the implants, you got to do stuff. Like they cut your gum, and then they go down in the bone, and they put cadaver bone down there, and then you gotta heal, and it's a series of stuff. And hers was, I think, around 6 or 7,000. So that's the thing. I think that's the reason why a lot of people does partials and things is because you can get a partial for a few $100s, and, I didn't like paying it either, but I know me and partials. We don't get along. Elaine Skursky says, "Can't wait for the total. Thanks for doing a great job." We've already done it. We've already went down. We've already presented a check. We've done a video. We were down there practically all day, just for the guy that was talking about Newsy and how they only use a certain amount of time after a video on all day. It's just the way editing works. We were down there all day. I probably got at least 3 to maybe 4 hours worth of video from 2 different cameras. I wore out 3 batteries. Yeah, you come home and you get it on the computer, and then you start going through it, and you start thinking, "Well, that's stupid." You cut that out and you put this on there, and maybe the audio was a little quirky, so you cut that out, and then you kind of move on. And when you get done, you end up with an 8 or 9 or 10-minute video. That's what we ended up with. So right now, Patreon members has that video. They've been watching it. They saw it. My YouTube members are watching that video. They've seen it. They know the total amount and everything. And eventually, probably not about a week, maybe next week sometime. I don't know when I'm going to do this. I'll put it out on YouTube so the rest of you can see it because you paid for it. You got a right to know. And the total amount was more than what I was really striving for, and it was cool. Ella Thomas says, "Deb, you are moving to Mount Dora, not Mount Everest." They have internet service in Mount Dora, don't they? No reason for you to disappear from WNL or Two Forks Up, or maybe you could do a spinoff. Port sitting somewhere, Deb and Sue? Well, Ella, I'm working on that to see if we can't get her to come in once in a while anyway, maybe as a short guest or something. Because I agree with you. It's just internet. I mean, where you live makes no difference. My God, Linda's in California and I bring her on all the time. I've had people on my show. Well, not this show, I don't think. Been on my RV channel, I believe. I had a lady from Australia on there. I had a lady from that makes short movies in England. I think England, somewhere over there. Here on here. So where you live makes no difference. I can bring anybody in the world that has Wi-Fi, internet on the show. And so her being 50 miles away it's nothing, right? But you have to understand she's at a different stage in life, and she wants to probably just move on her way she wants to do it, her and her husband. My WNL show is not a priority to her probably. I've never asked this. I don't want to say that she'll never do it. I don't know. They all started doing it as a favor to me, really, and they're still most of them are still doing it. At any given time, any of them can say, "Look, I just don't want to. I just don't want to be expected to do the show every month." And they're not. They don't have to. Linda didn't show up one month. I forget what for, but anyway, she didn't show up one month. And there was a month that or two that Melody wasn't on the show. She was on vacation in Vegas or whatever, going up to the pole dancing school up there. So they're not obligated to be there every month. Just let me know ahead of time. That's all I ask. Let me know ahead of time so I'll know how to plan around it, whatever it may be. The port sitting with Sue and Deb probably not going to happen. It's too far away for her to drive over there every week. No, because you got to understand, Deb don't drive. So Sue will have to drive clear over there every day of the week and go to Mount Dora from here. There's no really good way to get there. You got to go down through Leesburg and a lot of stoplights, a lot of crazy traffic in the wintertime and things like that. So that's not going to happen. 2 forks up at different restaurants. That'll be once in a great while. Sue's not driving over there every week. I mean, I'm just telling you what I know, and she ain't doing it. I'm not saying she can't. I'm not her boss. I don't tell her what she can do. Just telling you I know my wife. She's not going to do that. So we'll see. I mean, we'll have to get time to settle in. Here's the thing that I have to figure out for W&L, especially. Do I get somebody to take her place? And I mean, I got a few people in mind that I've thought about, obviously. But those are pretty good big shoes to fill because I like for the show to be light-hearted, fun. We give away games and stuff, as you know. That's part of fun. And then we have the serious part, the news, which talk about what they're building, what they're not building, things that's happening around here, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, Deb has a spirit about her where she can scold me on 101 things, and everybody thinks that's funny. And that's great for me. I love it. She's got the shirt, the zinger shirt, remember, where they kept score, how many zingers I got on her and how many zingers she got on me. And I think I lost that one. And there was just things like that. I don't know how to replace that. We'll have to work on it. I do have a lady that's been helping me though the last couple of months on with this W&L show here. Will be the second one. Her name's Grace Smith. She's a subscriber. She bought a home here, and she is the one that's been picking out the games and making them up and sending them to me by email. I read through them, and then sometimes we have to tweak them to be a little different than what she said to make them easier for everybody. And so she's been doing the games thing. I've been thinking about that the last couple of days. I may have to get together with Grace because I got this idea of what she's doing. We'll see. We'll see. I can hear Linda and them now going, "Oh God, what's he got in mind now?" Sam Stouter says, "Thank you, Skip. A very refreshing addition to help in crazy times." He's making a comment on the news. And then he says, "P.S. I know you do this out of love because it's free." Well, JM, just like I said a while ago, it might be free to you, but it ain't free to me. Janice Keller says, "Thanks, Skip. Wishing you and Sue and the crew a happy new year." Never forget the crew. If it wasn't for the crew for WNL, we just wouldn't have anything. Carol Apostle says, "You seem to have either information or an opinion about the commissioners being arrested. It would be great if you would share the information and your thoughts that you have with the rest of us." Sometimes it's not that easy, Carol. I have my opinions and I see things that's going on, but I can't prove any of it. And it isn't like there was any kind of a report about it. And there's a thing called liability. I kind of draw the line in the sand about things that I'll comment on, things that I won't comment on. But I will tell you this, Governor DeSantis has relieved both of them of their post now. As far as I know, those two guys has not even went to court. They haven't been found guilty of anything. They've just been accused. And now they're at home, no pay, no official capacity. They can't go to meetings anymore, any of that kind of stuff. And you've heard me talk about the buddy system here, the good old boy system down here. The developer usually, when he claps his hands, the Wildwood Commission down there, they jump, and he's used to that. So these two guys were village people that were elected right after the 25% tax increase happened. These two guys went over there to kind of get a handle on things. So as residents, we're not getting drug across the coals. And now they're out of a job because they're accused of something. I'm sorry, man, but there's something about this whole situation that don't smell right. Tom Kinney said, "I was thinking of doing gate guard work too when I moved there, but mostly need the extra cash because the houses are 150,000 more than they was a year ago." I know, man. I know. Yeah, the price of homes, not just here. There's more people moving to Florida now, I think, than in history. They're just flocking in. And maybe other states too. I don't know that. Price of homes here is just phenomenal. It's how much they went up and how fast they went up. I got people all the time telling me. And I don't know how they know for sure, but anyway, this is a common story. Hey, thanks for your videos. Hey, I appreciate you putting this up 3 and 4 years ago. Boy, we're glad we bought it when you said to buy. I didn't say to buy because now we've made 200,000 profit already on our house. Well, that's great. It's great that the price of homes did go up. But if you're on the selling side of that, that's great. But if you're on the buying side of that, that sucks. That really does. Because I know people that were on the cusp even before COVID. And now that COVID hit and all this problems that it brought, people they are feeling very depressed because they see their dreams and their hopes of coming here gone. vanished. Wait and see, but how long do you wait if you're 70 years old? How long do you wait? Robert White says, nice to see you doing a cart ride again. I haven't been doing very many of those like I used to because when I used to do a lot of cart rides showing different neighborhoods and how they look and the different aesthetics about different neighborhoods and where it was located compared to a square or something like that, it is because I was the only YouTuber in the villages. And now we've got who knows how many, and they're all doing the same thing. I just don't want to do it. I do them once in a while, probably, especially when somebody says I'm interested in seeing a particular area that I know where to go and what to do. I am going to do a video about something that very, very, very few villagers in the villages even knows about. And I render to say there's no YouTubers here in the villages that knows about this thing I'm going to video that's in the villages. And I think it's interesting. I've been meaning to do this for about a year now, and I haven't got there yet, but I'll get there. I'm going to take Sue with me, and we're going to keep the location probably secret. I'm not going to say, only because I don't want people invading this whole neighborhood over there, parking all over their streets and bothering the people that live there. It's interesting, and I'm gonna do it. So keep an eye out for that video. Dennis Keller says, "Merry Christmas, everyone. I knew Santa was real." That was a little video I made for the kids. I was just thinking everybody down here is always wanting to video the Christmas stuff, the squares, the I don't know, the Christmas parade, the golf cart parade, and all this kind of stuff. I've done all them videos in the past years, umpteen times, and I don't know. I just didn't want to do it. And I was sitting there one night, and I got to thinking, all the grandkids and things that come down here for Christmas, right? Or the kids that bring the great grandkids down here to see grandma and grandpa for Christmas. They're always taking a golf cart and going down to the square and blah blah blah. So I bet you those people are sitting at home and they're watching some YouTuber thing about the Christmas parade, the golf cart parade about villages, and they're saying, "See, kids, that's where we're going to go. We're going to go down there, and we're going to get Grandpa's golf cart. We'll go down to that square. We're going to go down to that pool. We're going to do that. We're going to do that." I was thinking nobody's doing anything for the kids, so I made up this story and I put it on there. It says, "For the kids, Santa forgot story." I just made it up. I swear to God, I did. I just turned the microphone on. I just sat down in front of it like I'm doing now, and I just rambled. And that's what I came up with. And so I put that on there for the kids. There's another one. Does Mindy says, "Oh, well done. Santa lives in the villages." Maybe he does. I got a lot of comments on the Santa Claus story. I'm trying to skip through it. Thanks for your comments on that, though. I done that. Like I say, that was not a whim. Between doing that story, editing it, and putting it on YouTube, it took every bit of maybe 20 minutes, maybe half hour tops. Done. Too bad they all didn't go that fast. Ed says, "I wish someone would explain what is going on with these county commissioners. It makes no sense. They seriously can't talk to each other outside open meetings. Why? How do they get anything done?" I don't know the rules about that, Ed. I'm not in politics. I don't want to be. It sounds like it's just a rotten business to be in to me. But I'm just telling you, if you take everything in consideration, take everything that makes no sense to you, and then apply developer is the biggest employer, biggest money maker for Sumter County. Sumter County commissioners passing laws and things benefit the developer because the developer benefits the county with property taxes, more homes, more property taxes, more. And then with all that, Representative Haig is on the developer's payroll. You figure it out. Okay, I want to ask somebody asked a question saying if everything in the villages is open to the public, then why would one still want to buy a home there or live there and pay the fees? Well, I really can't answer that for you, whoever you were. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. You have to answer that for yourself. For me, living here, it was the golf cart access to everything. My wife knew that from day one. We had 2 cars. Actually, I had 3 cars, 2 motorcycles. I got rid of all that. Just kept a car and got me a golf cart of my liking because I knew that was going to be my car, that golf cart. I always make jokes all the time, but I'm kind of half serious. When somebody says, "Have you been up to this restaurant and tried this new restaurant? Oh, they got great pizza there." And I go, "Where's that at?" And they'll tell me where it's at, and I say, "Can I get my golf cart there?" That's the joke. And they go, "Well, no, you get to take a cart." Well, then I'm not going. If I can't get a golf cart there, I'm not going. There's some sincerity about that statement because I moved here because of the golf cart trails. I go to the hospital, I go to my doctor in my golf cart, I go ask anybody that lives here, they're all gonna tell you the same thing I'm telling you. I go out to eat, I meet people, I do whatever I want in the golf cart. Now, I don't mean I drive it 100% of the time. I mean, obviously, if it's raining like crazy and I gotta go somewhere, the odds are I'm gonna take the car. We do go outside the villages and do things. So obviously we take the car. Like we just went down to Orlando to the Wish Foundation to donate that money. Obviously we take the car. The car thing was kind of important to me. The cart trails was kind of important to me. So that was good for me. And also, if you're not a resident of villages, you technically don't have access to our golf cart trails. None. I know people sneak in, but every now and then they do get caught. They get caught in such a way, like remember the two guys I was telling you I seen come across 44 over there and snuck on in the Brownwood on their golf carts? That's done all the time. Well, I didn't report it, but about a week or two later, I got a feeling those same two guys got nailed by Wildwood police. They might have watched my video and heard what I said. And they sat over there in that parking lot and they caught them coming across the 4-lane highway. Them golf carts nailed them. I don't know what it cost them, but I got a feeling it's going to cost them. I think they had the golf carts towed away. They probably got pretty good sized tickets for crossing a 4-lane highway in a vehicle like that. And in Florida, they probably don't have a driver's license, so they probably got nailed for operating a motorized vehicle without a license. I mean, this goes on. And if you're on a public street with a golf cart, they're going to get you for a lot of other things like you didn't have license plates, you didn't have windshield wipers, you didn't have insurance. Because being on a public road like that, you got to be a street legal, and that's required to have all that stuff. And they can really make it tough on you, and I got a feeling they nailed those guys. So anyway, that being said, that's why I'm here. You'll have to just add that up yourself. The only thing is, when I say everything's open to the public, what I'm talking about really there is the entertainment areas, which we call town squares. Anything in a town square, the restaurants, the stores, all that kind of stuff, it's all open to the public. All them people want is your money. It's all open to the public. Every country club in the villages, every one of them. You just whether you live here or don't live here, it makes no difference. You just drive your car to a country club, park your car, go inside a country club, and have dinner. I think you can play golf there too, but it's a higher rate because you're a non-resident, so you pay a higher rate. And also, especially during snowbird season, I think residents are getting priority tee times, and so you may or may not be able to even get a tee time as a non-resident, but it's still open to the public. So that's what I'm talking about. But the golf cart trails are not open to the public, and there's some other things here. Our rec centers and all the activities in rec centers are residents only. All of our swimming pools are residents and they're guests only. All the different activities that you'll see advertised around here, 99% of that is for residents and are guests only. Even though a lot of things are open to the public, I think residents get priority when it comes to buying things like tickets for the Sharon. I think residents get first notification of what's going on there, and we get on the villages thing here that costs us like $7 or $8 a month to get on that, and you can reserve your tickets real quick. So basically, the outside world doesn't even get a chance until everybody in here says no. Then they get the chance. So that's why I'm here. And if none of that's important to you, then I've always said this place ain't for everybody. You may choose not to buy here. You can buy something outside the villages. And if you want to come to our squares every night, and I happen to know a guy, he doesn't live here. And he comes to our squares regularly at night because he loves the dance down there. That's what I mean when I say everything's open to the public. Our medical system is not open to the public. I'm in the village's health system. But that doesn't mean that everything inside the villages is for village residents only. Like I'm in the village's health system. But my wife is not because she is not on the Advantage plan. She has Florida Blue and regular Social Security because of her treatments. But her doctor will send her to the village's treatment centers to get things done. So the treatment areas, like I guess for like a CAT scan, stuff like that, outside doctors can send them in here to get that done. That's just not me. I'm in the village's health system. I know it's complicated, right? I don't know if I understand it all either. All I know is I'm good with it. I've never had a problem with it. I'm happy with it. As years goes by, that could change. But for me right now, it's good, and I'm going to stick with it. So with that being said, I want to get out of here, and I hope a little bit of this Q&A and the comments was good. I'll edit it and try to get it up. And with that, keep watching. I'll see you on the other side.